The Lost Moon of Xyler. Captain Marina Ashford of the starship Eclipse leaned back in her command chair, gazing at the holographic star map projected before her. They were charting a course through the uncharted territories of the Andromeda Galaxy, seeking new resources for the United Federation of Planets. The stars glittered with possibilities, each point of light a potential new discovery. Captain, her first officer, Lieutenant Cade, interrupted her thoughts. "We're picking up an unusual signal from the nearby asteroid belt." Marina furrowed her brow. "Unusual how?" "It's an old distress signal, but the encryption is unlike anything in our database. It's alien." Intrigued, Marina ordered the Eclipse to investigate. As they approached the source, a derelict spaceship came into view, covered in strange markings and symbols. The ship appeared ancient, its hull battered and scarred from countless space battles. "Prepare an away team," Marina commanded. "Let's see what we can find." The team suited up and boarded the alien vessel. The interior was dark and silent, with only the faint hum of ancient machinery still functioning. Dust floated through the air, illuminated by their helmet lights. They made their way to the bridge, where they found the remains of the ship's crew, all with a single, large eye in the center of their foreheads. "One-eyed aliens," Cade whispered. "I've heard legends about them. They're called the Xylarians, fierce warriors and pirates of the galaxy." As they explored further, they found a data core still intact. Marina activated it, and a holographic message played. "This is Captain Zor of the Xylarian pirate ship Blood Moon. We were ambushed by the Galvans and crashed on the nearby moon. We request aid from any who can hear this message." Marina's eyes widened. "Set course for the moon. If there's a chance of finding survivors or technology, we need to investigate." The Eclipse landed on the desolate, rocky surface of the moon. The atmosphere was thin, but breathable. As they ventured out, they found the Blood Moon half buried in a crater. The landscape was eerily quiet, with only the occasional whisper of the wind stirring the dust. Suddenly, they were surrounded by figures emerging from the shadows. One-eyed aliens, brandishing primitive weapons and wearing tattered uniforms. Their leader, a tall, imposing figure with a scar across his single eye, stepped forward. "I am Captain Zor," he declared. "You have entered Xylarian territory." Marina stepped forward, her hands raised in a gesture of peace. "We received your distress signal. We're here to help." Zor's eye narrowed. "Help? From humans? Why should we trust you?" Marina gestured to the Eclipse. "We have medical supplies, food, and the technology to repair your ship. We're explorers, not enemies." After a tense moment, Zor nodded. "Very well. If you can help us, we will not harm you." The crew of the Eclipse worked alongside the Xylarians, repairing the Blood Moon and providing medical aid. As they did, Marina learned more about these fierce pirates. The Xylarians were a proud, nomadic race, living by a code of honor and survival. One evening, around a campfire, Zor shared their story. "We were once a great civilization, but our homeworld was destroyed by the Galvans. Since then, we have roamed the stars, taking what we need to survive." Marina listened intently. "The Federation could offer you a place to rebuild. We have resources and allies who could help." Zor shook his head. "We are warriors, Captain. We do not beg for aid. But perhaps, there could be an alliance." Marina smiled. "An alliance would benefit us both. We have much to learn from each other." As days turned into weeks, the bond between the two crews grew stronger. They shared stories, skills, and strategies. The Xylarians taught the humans survival tactics and combat techniques unique to their kind, while the humans introduced advanced medical technology and engineering solutions. Just as the repairs were nearing completion, the moon was suddenly attacked. Galvan warships descended from the sky, firing upon both the Eclipse and the Blood Moon. Explosions rocked the surface, sending plumes of dust and debris into the air. "We can't hold them off much longer," Cade shouted over the din. "We don't need to," Marina replied. just long enough to get the ships operational. With a final push, they managed to power up both vessels and launch into space. Together, the Eclipse and the Blood Moon engaged the Galvans, using their combined firepower to drive them away. The battle was intense, but their newfound alliance proved to be a formidable force. After the battle, Zor revealed a secret to Marina. "There's something you should know. The Galvans have a hidden base on this moon. It's where they launch their attacks from and store their stolen technology." Marina's interest was piqued. "If we could capture that base, it would be a major blow to the Galvans and a significant gain for us." Zor agreed. "It won't be easy. The base is heavily guarded and well fortified. But with your help, we stand a chance." They devised a plan to infiltrate the base. Under the cover of darkness, a combined team of Xylarians and humans made their way to the hidden entrance. Using their unique skills, they bypassed security systems and silently took down guards. Inside, they found a treasure trove of advanced technology and weaponry. They also discovered detailed plans of future Galvan attacks, which would be invaluable to the Federation. "We need to destroy this place," Zor said. "But we should take as much as we can first." They worked quickly, gathering data and equipment. Just as they were about to set the charges, a squad of Galvan soldiers burst in. A fierce firefight ensued, with Marina and Zor leading the charge. They fought with a unity and ferocity that overwhelmed the Galvans. As the last of the enemy fell, they set the charges and made their escape. The hidden base exploded in a massive fireball, sending shockwaves through the ground. Back on the Eclipse, Marina and Zor stood in the command center, watching as the Galvan ships retreated. The destruction of their base had dealt a significant blow to their operations. "You fought well, Captain," Zor said, extending his hand. "Perhaps there is more to your Federation than I thought." Marina shook his hand firmly. "And perhaps there's more to your people than just piracy. Let's explore what we can achieve together." As the Eclipse and the Blood Moon set a course for new adventures, the uneasy alliance between humans and Xylarians marked the beginning of a new chapter in the galaxy. One where old enemies could become allies, and together, they could face whatever challenges the stars held. Their combined efforts didn't go unnoticed. The Federation, upon learning of the alliance and the successful mission against the Galvans, began to see the Xylarians in a new light. What was once a race feared for their piracy was now seen as potential allies in the vast and dangerous expanse of space. The Xylarians, too, began to change. Influenced by their new allies, they started to rebuild their society, incorporating the knowledge and technology shared by the Federation. They transformed from nomadic pirates into respected explorers and defenders of the galaxy. Years later, the story of Captain Marina Ashford and Captain Zor became a symbol of unity and cooperation. Statues were erected in their honor, and their adventures were taught in schools across the galaxy. The once feared Xylarians became known for their bravery and honor, and their partnership with humans became a cornerstone of peace and exploration in the Andromeda Galaxy. Together, they ventured into the unknown, discovering new worlds and forging alliances with other species. Their legacy lived on, proving that even the most unlikely of allies could achieve greatness when they stood together. As their adventures continued, they faced new challenges and made new discoveries. The Xylarians, now integrated into the Federation, played a crucial role in exploring uncharted territories and establishing diplomatic relations with neighboring star systems. On one such mission, Marina and Zor found themselves navigating a dense nebula that emitted strange energy pulses. Their ship's systems began to malfunction, and they were forced to rely on their wits to navigate through the hazardous environment. During this mission, they encountered a previously unknown species called the Viridians, who inhabited a series of hidden asteroid colonies within the nebula. Initially wary of outsiders, the Viridians eventually opened up to Marina and Zor, intrigued by the stories of their alliance. Through diplomatic negotiations and technological exchanges facilitated by the Federation, Marina and Zor helped broker a peace agreement between the Viridians and neighboring star systems, averting a potential conflict that could have destabilized the region. The Viridians, with their advanced bioengineering techniques and deep understanding of the nebula's unique properties, became valuable allies in the ongoing exploration efforts of the Federation. Their collaboration led to groundbreaking discoveries in energy manipulation and propulsion systems, pushing the boundaries of space exploration. As their reputation grew, Marina and Zor were called upon to mediate disputes, negotiate treaties, and lead joint scientific expeditions across the Andromeda Galaxy. They became symbols of unity and cooperation, inspiring new generations of explorers and diplomats to seek understanding and forge alliances with diverse civilizations. Through their leadership and unwavering commitment to peace, Marina and Zor contributed to the stability and prosperity of the galaxy. Their legacy continued to shape interstellar relations, paving the way for a future where cooperation triumphed over conflict and the stars shone brightly with the promise of discovery.